Have you ever wondered if you're sabotaging your gains without even realizing it? Do you sometimes question if you're falling for the same old bodybuilding myths that keep popping up? Well, you might be making some testicle quack mistakes that are holding you back. Don't be offended, I just had to get your attention. The information we're going to cover in today's video is extremely important. There's a high chance that you're making at least a handful of these mistakes in your own training. Watch this through, take all 15 points and apply them to your program. It's going to set you on the right track and could make the difference between consistently gaining muscle versus spinning your wheels and making little to no progress. So, let's cut through the BS and the misinformation put out by fitness influencers and fake natties. Here are the top 15 bodybuilding mistakes that legit natural lifters need to avoid. Mistake number 1, centering your workouts around getting a pump. Yes, the pump feels great and is motivating, but it's not a significant driver of muscle hypertrophy by itself. Think about it, you could get a huge arm pump just by flexing your biceps repeatedly without any weight, or using very light dumbbells for thousands of reps. That wouldn't be the best way to build muscle. A pump is more of a side effect of training hard, not the underlying cause of muscle growth. Mistake number 2, using fatigue as your gauge for training success. Fatigue is a byproduct of intense exercise, not a direct stimulator of muscle hypertrophy. Just because you're tired, sweating, and breathing heavily doesn't mean you're going to build muscle. It's possible to perform a completely ineffective workout and still feel fatigued. The goal is to stimulate hypertrophy with specific parameters, which we'll discuss shortly. Mistake number 3, relying on muscle soreness. Soreness can be satisfying as it reminds you of the hard work you put in, but it's not a direct driver of hypertrophy. You could create muscle damage by doing something like jumping jacks for hours and be sore the next day, but that wouldn't be an effective way to build muscle. Soreness can be used as a gauge for muscle activation, but it's not the primary driver. Mistake number 4, not training hard enough. Muscle growth is an evolutionary survival mechanism that adapts to environmental demands. If those demands don't cross a certain threshold, your body won't adapt. You need to train very close to or all the way to muscular failure to see significant growth. If you're not making faces, letting out involuntary grunts, or feeling nervous before a lift, you're likely not training hard enough. Mistake number 5, not tracking your workouts. Progressive overload is key to muscle growth. To efficiently track and progress, you need to record your workouts. It's about small improvements over the long term, and tracking these ensures you're on the right path. Your training logbook is a clear indicator of whether you're gaining muscle. Mistake number 6, constantly switching up your workouts. Muscle confusion is a myth. To track progressive overload effectively, you need consistent training variables. Keep your training variables constant for a cycle of training to maximize progress and refine your technique. Mistake number 7, improper exercise selection. You don't need to be an anatomy expert, but you should understand each major muscle group's function and choose exercises that target those functions effectively. Make sure your program covers all the muscle groups adequately. Mistake number 8, overemphasizing certain muscle groups, like the chest and biceps. While these are important, your shoulders, back, and other muscle groups also need attention. A well-balanced physique requires a comprehensive approach. Mistake number 9, creating instability during lifts. Training on unstable surfaces doesn't recruit more muscle fibers or enhance gains. It puts you in a weaker position and reduces the mechanical tension you can generate. Aim for stable, controlled lifts. Mistake number 10, ego lifting. Sacrificing form for heavier weights doesn't lead to better gains and increases your injury risk. Progressive overload means increasing weight while maintaining proper form. Mistake number 11, being excessively strict with form. While good form is crucial, you don't need to be overly rigid. Allow some natural movement to maximize mechanical tension on the targeted muscle. Mistake number 12, performing too much high-rep work. High rep sets create more systemic fatigue and can become counterproductive. A moderate rep range, typically 5 to 12 reps, is usually the most efficient for building muscle. Mistake number 13, not resting long enough between sets. Proper rest is essential to fully recover and perform the next set with maximum effort. Rest as long as you need to feel fully recovered. Mistake number 14, performing pre-workout cardio. Doing a full cardio session before lifting creates unnecessary fatigue. Save cardio for post-workout if you have the energy for it. Mistake number 15, copying the routines of enhanced bodybuilders. Enhanced lifters often follow routines that aren't suitable for natural lifters. Focus on a training plan tailored to natural lifters for the best results. So there you have it, the top 15 bodybuilding mistakes to avoid. Apply these tips and you'll be on your way to making significant gains. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.